All right, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Tyler Gates, aka TAG Loud 205. This game, Duke versus North Carolina. This game has cinema written all over it. Cinema written all over it. We know what these players bring. We know what these teams bring when they play each other. We understand the intense rivalry. We understand how rampant it can get. We understand that a blowout can happen at any moment. We understand the factor of Cooper Flag, the brother can play. We understand the factor of Ian Jackson, that brother can play. We understand the factor of we need for you to step up and we need you to essentially win the game, RJ Davis. We understand that you don't have Caleb Love anymore, but we're depending on you to come win the game. Now, the reason I started like that is because, for one, not only does Stephen A. Smith have, I'm pretty sure Duke winning this game, you have Jay Williams, Duke legend. They have the win. I am going to say this. Whenever Duke and North Carolina play each other, especially in basketball, men's basketball to be exact, not to take away from the women's, but this matchup always gets intense. The crowd is always jumping. And you think Duke is an issue, going to Duke and that crowd is right there in your face? Yes, it's not as enclosed as Cameron Indoor Stadium, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, you do not want to see, I repeat, you do not want to see North Carolina at home, especially when they are playing Duke, because we understand, right? What is it going to take for UNC to win this game? What are the stakes? Easy. Defense. North Carolina's defense is going to win them this game. What do they have to do? And I have it here in my notes. What do they have to do to win this game? By any means necessary, try to take out Cooper Flag. I know it is impossible. By any means necessary, try to take out Cooper Flag. The brother's just different. But if you can take out Cooper Flag, I think you will be just fine. I mean, once again, he's averaging 20 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. I mean, the brother is just absolutely terrific. Con Knipple, 13 points off the bench. This guy right here, now, he can start. He can come off the bench. He's anything, right? Liam McNeely, another cat from UConn. They made the connection about Con Knipple and Liam McNeely being the same player. Don't listen to him. Con Knipple's way better shooter, right? Especially when he's on a hot streak. Once again, and UConn's downfall right now, don't get me wrong, Liam McNeely, the brother, can play. He is absolutely terrific. He is going in the top 10, top 15 of the draft. That's if he declares, but we know he's going to declare. North Carolina, I'm going to get back on them, and I'm going to get to Duke. Why can they win this game? Well, first of all, like I said, it's defense. Second of all, you need to understand that the ACC Player of the Year is on your team, North Carolina. The ACC Player of the Year from last year is on your team in RJ Davis. Fifth-year senior, by the way. This brother, 17 points a game, right? It will be this final home game, and it's ironic he's going up against the rival Duke. He is going to go off this game. They're going to need him to step up, but he needs help. He needs help. I need for brothers to just let the thing fly. You have Elliot Kadu, right? That brother can play. I like him. You need him to step up, right? He's averaging what, 10 or so points a game? I could be wrong. The brother can shoot. We need him to step up and play defense because we understand, one, that when he's on one, right? He can get a little carried away with the ball handling skills. He gets tripped from time to time, right? That will develop, especially over time. And if he declares for the draft and goes into the league, that will develop. Ian Jackson, I meant to say from North Carolina, excuse me, not Duke. They're going to need him to step up too. RJ Davis can't do it by himself. Elliott DUKE can't do it by himself. The big man in the middle, Holbrick, the freshman, they're going to have to play him today for sure. I know he doesn't really play like that, but from what I can pull up here, aside from my stats and my notes here, yeah, 0.3, 0.5, you know, he doesn't play at all, right? If they're going to win this game, he has to play. Like, you need somebody in that paint 6'8" or taller, which he is 6'8", 230. You need somebody to get in there and stop Cooper Flagg going to the basket. Now, I'm not going to say that nobody's going to stop Cooper Flagg today, but if you can take him out of his game, you win the game. Essentially, you're going to win the game if you're able to take Cooper Flagg out of his game, out of his rhythm, right? Con Knipple is gonna be forced to shoot. Tyrese Proctor is going to be forced to do things that he hasn't really done, but he's an all-around guard. And I've always liked Tyrese Proctor coming out of Duke. I thought he was going to come out last year, right, and get selected to my Hawks, maybe as a backup point guard or something. I like that kid. But the big factor, and I'm gonna say it, the big factor on Duke, Kaman Malish. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. But come on. The big 7-footer, 7'2" freshman out of Africa, South Sudan to be exact. This brother can block. This brother can defend. This brother can play. If you give him a 3-point shot, I don't see why he doesn't go top 3. Yes, the top 3 is solidified, but once again, a team can reach. Also, where does the spark come from for UNC? And this is my last topic. Where does the spark come from for UNC? Does it come from one of their unexpected freshmen, like I said, a Holbrook off the bench to defend? Where does the spark come from? And I predict that the spark is going to come from Elliott Kadu. I do. If you match him up with Caleb Foster, side by side, you're probably picking Caleb Foster. Elliott Kadu, this cat right here is something different. If they're going to win the game, Elliott Kadu has to be the X factor. Other than that, I don't see them pulling off anything. It will be a blowout. It's going to be a blowout if UNC is not able to stop nearly as much as Cooper Flagg. Because we see what Duke has done to teams. This is literally a 2019 version of the team, right? Except you don't have 3 stars. You just have really 1 star, and that's not to take away from Tyrese Proctor. That's not to take away from Kaman. That's not to take away from Con Knipple. But when you think about the overall importance of this game for North Carolina, get in the tournament, beat Duke, and solidify yourself as a March Madness contender. 3 things. Get in the tournament, beat Duke, and solidify yourself as a March Madness contender. That's all I got to say. If they're able to do all these things today, they'll be a force to be reckoned with in March Madness. I will guarantee you that.